Hello and thank you for joining me. Today I'm going to be reacting to Jennie of Blackpink fame's first solo album called Ruby. This one came out on Friday, same day as Gaga's Mayhem, so I didn't have a chance to listen to it then, but I'm finally going to sit down and listen to it in full now. Now, obviously last year we got the solo album from Rosé, another Blackpink member called Rosie, and I really enjoyed my listen to of that. We've also got Lisa's Alter Ego, which I didn't have a chance to react to on the channel, but I have listened to it and didn't like it as much as Rosé's album, but I still thought there were some strong moments and I really liked the singles from it. From Jennie's album, I've actually really enjoyed what she's given us so far. Really liked the Dominic Fike song, and then I thought that Mantra was a really fun pop tune. And from what I've been hearing of it on TikTok, I'm actually really liking the direction that she's gone in with this. It feels very creative to me, very sort of unique to what her vision is, and very different to what Blackpink have offered us. So I'm excited to get into this one. Now, if you want to see at the end of this my ranking to all the Blackpink solo records so far, I do have a brand new podcast called The Pop Pod. I'm publishing episodes every weekday at the moment. They're just 20-minute episodes where you can catch up on what's been going on in the pop world. And then I'll also do things like rank the Blackpink solo albums and also dig deep into Lady Gaga's Mayhem. I'll drop the link below for that. Would love if you would come and join me there as well. But for now, let's zero in our attention onto Jennie's record, Ruby. Oh, I almost forgot. I'm Pop Sam Cam. If you like what I'm doing here, I would love if you would hit subscribe and come and join me for more reaction videos. And you should also drop any albums below that I should react to on this channel as well. Let's go. Track number 1, intro, Jane with FKJ. FKJ is a super interesting artist to be opening up the album with. A French multi-instrumentalist. See, already this is why I'm enjoying what she's doing, because she's doing weird shit like putting this as track number 1 on the album. Really like the mood that this is setting up. We're just going to roll straight onto track 2 from this because it's mostly instrumental. There's not a lot to say about it.
Come on, it's going to be fucking hard.
Here we go. I have heard this song. Over TikTok, it's been pretty hard to avoid. Sometimes I have an issue with rapping in K-pop because it kind of just uses a lot of tropes from like American hip-hop music and just delivers it with less like gravitas. But this one like is acting as kind of a mantra for her. I really like how she inserts her name into the chorus and her delivery is just super believable. The beat goes hard as well. I believe it's Diplo on production. Also, this delivery is really aggressive, really fiery. My mom's name's Jennie. I don't think she'd like this song. This production is going so hard. Such a fiery start to the album, with that being like the first full-length track that we get. She just sounds on point straight away. She's in it. She's focused. She knows exactly what she wants to deliver. And I think that's why like Jennie is so exciting. Like, obviously, I'd heard it. I knew that it was going to be a banger, and I'm not disappointed so far in how it sits in the album and how it sets it up energy-wise. Let's go into track number 3, Start a War.
for me, there's no breaking. You know the role you play and understand.
Quite a vibe switch up from like Jennie, but kind of picks up on some of the sonic notes from the intro.
Ain't got problems, know that we could both be on one. Ever since the day we locked in.
Oh, I love that.
Wanna be a down bitch if I need ya. Yeah. 'Cause love it hard.
Okay, straight up based on the start of it, here's what I'm loving about it. Like it's got a pretty like standard pop melody, and melodically the structure is quite straightforward, but the production is like putting in unexpected accents and just lifting this song to another level. It's really cool.
Hold you down, you hold me down, that's just how we've been rolling. Feeling like that first hit that you take in the morning. Baby, you are talking, and I think I
Really like that vocal production.
come for you. To do anything for you.
Love that. Would have liked a bridge actually. Yeah, cool. I really liked that one. This is a super strong start to the album so far. As I said, I really liked the little like punches in the production that just brought it to a new place and gave it some excitement, because like on paper it's kind of a stock standard pop track, and in terms of the hook that she gives in the chorus, that's very much the case, but there's just something about the way vocally she delivers it, and also the production that just like lifts it to a new spot. Really liked that. This is track number 4, Handlebars with Dua Lipa.
I trip and fall in love.
I've heard this one as well.
To stay drunk, I always go all in, all in, all in. Over the handlebars, hitting the ground so hard. If I'm alone, falling.
So far the vibes seem to be like R&B meets hip hop,
We ain't gotta talk about it.
meets like kind of modern electronic.
Why is it love fixing for this frying pan? I wonder what you're doing for tonight and forever.
This kind of beat has just got Dua Lipa all over it when she can really sit back in the beat.
Or whatever. I trip and fall in love, just like I do. Stay drunk. I always go all in, all in, all in. Over the handlebars.
I like Dua Lipa being back on this too. She was, of course, like one of the first artists, like British or American artists, to get Blackpink on their track earlier in the day, because I think, was it the first album that she featured them on the track, which was Kiss and Make Up, which is an absolute banger, but I feel like she really brought Blackpink into the consciousness. She sounds great here. Jennie and Dua's vocals, even though they're quite different, they slot together quite nicely. I love that Jennie can do something really relaxed, like Jennie, and then, sorry, that's not relaxed, really full on like Jennie, and then bring the tempo down for this. Strong song. I wouldn't be surprised if that ends up being quite a big hit, because it just has that like natural pull in the chorus. I think the dynamic the two of them have together is really natural, and it needed to be natural because that song just has such an effortless vibe to it. Nothing about it could sound labored, and nothing about it does, to be honest. This is track number 5 with the IE, Way Up. What's that sample? It's Jennie from the block. I feel like I'm not loving the processing on the vocals here.
Wave dropping motorboat. Target on my name, but your aim's way up. Why are you evaluating me on your day off?
I like that. Okay, I don't mind it. I think the hook is like kind of interesting, but when you take on a sample like this, that song is so iconic. You kind of need to either match it or take it in a totally different direction. And it's not doing either of those things. Okay, I like this bit. I like that. I like how weird this like part is. Okay, I definitely got more into this as it went on. Cool, probably my least favorite so far, but I did get way more into it, and I liked how she was kind of so ambitious at the end there, taking it into all different places. And I feel like that's the defining thing of this album so far. Every time you feel like you've slipped into a comfortable zone, she flips and does something else, and I really like that. In terms of doing something else, it doesn't get much different than this, doing Extra L now with Doechii on track number 6. Also, the selection of features is pretty impeccable on this album.
All of my girls looking good and they got their own money. Pop your shit. This and my girls from the spot, so they got their own funding. Knock your shit. Run through your city, that motorcade. Soon as I enter, they close the gate. Presidential through your residential, bitch is nothing.
I've obviously heard this one too, by the way. I just find this hook pretty weak, to be honest. I like this bit. And therein lies the problem with getting Doechii on an album. She's just going to run all over you right now. She's at the peak of her powers, and putting her on a beat like this where she can really hit it, like, who wants to be compared to that? Not hit a reason with them. This might hurt. I sweat hard. Wet t-shirt. Extra large. Ain't scared of the dirt. Hit that jackpot. Now I'm riding around. See, coming off a verse that's that impressive, this hook hits a little harder. Look, it's totally fine. It's just kind of unremarkable to me. If you take out that Doechii verse, even more so. There's nothing like, I think the first 5 tracks have all had something really interesting in them. And the only thing interesting in that is that Doechii just does a phenomenal verse and then gets out of there. I don't know. It's not my favorite. This is track number 7, Mantra.
Pretty. This that pretty girl mantra, this that flaunt, you just touched down an LA. Pretty girls don't do drama unless we wanna. It'll be the I
know this song as well, obviously. I remember feeling it was really fresh the first time I heard it. Pretty girl mantra, she's that stun, I make you wanna swing both ways. Mix me with the drama, check you like commas. My clothes are pajamas, straight from the cold plunge. This has El Guincho on production, who is Rosalia's go-to. Love this pre-chorus. See, she's able to put so much into this song in 2 minutes. It's fun. It's just like fresh and upbeat, and it makes you like, I don't know, puts you in a good mood. Also, just so much packed in for 2 minutes and 20 seconds. Like, that feels like a whole meal, and yet it's only kind of the time of the appetizer. It's really, really strong. I love that track, and I think it's really cool that she led with that. The next song is another one that I've also heard that I think she announced the album with, Love Hangover, with Dominic Fike, track number 8. Also, being the first like main pop act to put Dominic Fike on a feature is pretty cool, and to lead the album off with that. To me, what it shows is she's got like a very distinct taste, and she's kind of not willing to compromise on that. Like the artists that she's put on this album, everybody from Doechii to Dominic Fike to Kali Uchis, like it's just like supreme taste. Also, this song taps into like the sweetest parts of her voice. That like call me back bit, the way she sounds there as well, I really like. And here's an example of a song unlike the Doechii one where she really goes toe for toe with the feature. Like it just feels really effortlessly all stitched in. I really don't have much to say in this moment because this is one of those songs that just feels good to sit back and listen to. Jennie's on production on this one, and writing credits include Bulo, who actually co-wrote Beyonce's Texas Hold'em. Another example of just taking the song in an unexpected direction. Let's just go straight on to track number 9, Zen, seeing as we've all heard Love Hangover before. Bibi Borelli is a co-writer on this. She, of course, did a lot of Rihanna's Auntie. I can already hear her on this. The very powerfully produced track. I'm just trying to work out if the production is kind of swallowing up Jennie here. I don't know if this is really working for me. Jennie's vocals kind of been swallowed by the density of the production. Super interesting though. Money cannot buy no real friends. They can make me Why is this giving me like Bjork at this point? Yeah, I kind of applaud them for going in like production wise on that one, but unfortunately it comes at the cost of Jennie's kind of presence on the track because it's just too big. She gets swallowed, in my opinion. I didn't find that hook memorable at all. I'm just looking at the track list, but I would probably have to say that's my least favorite one so far, as much as I did like some of the production choices there. And I did like some of the like BB Borelli, like kind of, what's the word? BB Borelli accents that were in that melodically. But apart from that, it didn't have a lot for me. Let's go into Damn Right. This is a track I'm very excited about. It's got Childish Gambino and Kali Uchis on it. I think when I've heard the vibe of songs like Love, Hangover, and even like an Even Start a War or Mantra, there's definitely a Kali Uchis vibe going on there. So I feel like this is going to work quite well. Whose producer tag is that? I know that. Mike Will made it. Oh, that's cool. See, immediately, this is the production for her. Her voice sits atop. It's like got a distinguishable flavor to it. I like that. Did she just rhyme Beyonce with fiance? There's Carly, I can hear her. I'm really enjoying this so far. It's quite hypnotic, actually. Alright, he's coming through singing. I feel like a Childish Gambino feature is pretty rare these days. This is so Andre 3000. No matter who you racing when you jump in the set, just know it's gonna come back fire. I said she was the sweetest till she made me a lie. I used to work the middle, but I had to retire. She did me something dirty, but she did it with style. Damn right. I liked that. That was good. I like how the three of them are all melding together. I'm hearing like each of their voices coming in and out. Yeah, more of that, please. Because she just sounds better in that space. She doesn't need this like really aggressive production unless she's bringing it with a verse like she does on like Jennie. But if she's singing, I feel like generally she sounds better in that kind of more like laid back R&B hypnotic space. And she really kills that alongside two kind of titans of that sort of music. So I feel like that's impressive. This is called FTS. It's track number 11. Wait, is this our first ballad? What a strange little song. I kind of liked it though. it felt like we were just getting like fragments of her peace of mind. Like she was just saying whatever came to her and wasn't really connecting the dots that much with it, which I actually thought was kind of cool. And I love how that chorus was very like non-traditional in terms of the ballad space. Like the verses were very much giving ballad and the pre-chorus definitely was, but then you get to the chorus and she just kind of delivers something that's a little odd, and I thought that was fun. The next track is track number 12. This is Filter. Kind of weird and off kilter again.
I woke up like this, feeling like a weight just lifted. I don't do it that. Anything I want is in my reach, yeah, like that. Unapologetic when I creep, yeah, it's like that. All the flesh and
Yeah, I like that switch up.
undress me on the way to perfection, yeah.
This beat is all over the place. It's crazy.
Listen when I take it all. I know I love me more. With no filter, filter.
What?
Oh, with no filter, filter. Oh, no filter. I found
And now what are we
it
back to?
all. Simple and so beautiful.
The way they're stitching together all these different beats is like really masterful. What's gonna happen now? I could listen to this for like 7 minutes and just like try and predict where she's going and be wrong every time. I know it's quite a K-pop thing to like switch up the beat, but this is taking it to another level. Was that really short or was it just me? 2.5 minutes. I could have done a lot longer of that. That's one of my favorite tracks so far because I love that it's daring. I love that we get to hear all the different modes of her voice and you never know what's coming next. It felt like a little bit of a tasting plate of what Jennie can do, and I think that's really cool. This is track number 13, Seoul City. Mike Will made it again.
Be a price, pick me up, flying lights, paradise in Seoul City.
This is really wonky and off kilter. It's really intriguing.
Only listen to my general. Would you make me a boss? I could give you life.
I think I really like this one.
Pick me up, flying lights, paradise in Seoul City.
Like, this is a super weird chorus.
Seoul City.
It almost just floats along. It doesn't really do too much, but it doesn't have to. Because it's got this bit at the end.
He says, my attitude out of control. Tell me what to do.
So apparently this song is about the kind of comfort she feels in Seoul. She moved to New Zealand when she was 8 years old, couldn't speak barely any English. I guess she's always had this very comfortable connection with Seoul. Production's so tight across this whole record. Yeah, another really cool one. I think Filter and Seoul City are really giving this kind of like in the galaxy vibe that I want from this album, if that makes any sense. Like there's a kind of weightlessness to them, and I like the way that her voice floats through the tracks. Her voice is like very soft, but like very, very intriguing. And I find that when she taps into that and finds the space best to explore that, that's when she's really flying on this album. And she's done it like quite a few times so far. Track number 14, Starlight.
저긴 어딜까?
저 별의 시작과 끝은 어디일까?
난 나도 모르겠어. 그 사이 어딘가쯤에 있지 않을까?
You say you see the starlight in me, shining so bright and pristine. What about the moments you don't see? It's way deeper than what you think.
I like that as a concept. Like, you're seeing what's on the surface. You're not really seeing some of the more complicated stuff that's going on. Another production switch up.
I wanna feel everything. I was just a white lie. Truth comes out in time.
They use repetition really nicely on this album. Kind of giving me Selena Gomez, that part. Another weird chorus. Yes. It does feel like levitating. She's not wrong. I like how she lifts everything up with this. And you get to this point of weightlessness and then straight back down. Hits like a brick. Have absolutely no idea what this chorus means, but sure. That was such an interesting vibe. Again, I'm feeling like the space intergalactic kind of nature of this album, which is something I've felt since the intro track with FKJ. It's just got this really like woozy, unsettling feeling across the whole thing. And it kind of culminates in that song, which is one of the weirdest songs on the album, but probably one of the most intriguing production-wise. I really liked that. I wonder who. Michael made it's on that one as well. BB Borelli's a co-writer on that. Super cool stuff. This is the final track. It's called Twin. Michael made it on production here, but giving us like an Oasis vibe. Super interesting. This is the most personal track on the album, she says.
Second brought in a letter, and I put in a 12-ounce bottle of Heineken. Second write in a letter, but I'm writing a song.
Again, the repetition that just like really wraps your brain.
Can you just bear with me? We were 10 years in and young and dumb. Friend.
I like that.
Twin.
Another weird chorus full of repetition. And kind of strange vocal delivery, but really effective.
So tightly to my heartbeat, guess but I still know, yeah. We will make things right when we get older.
I love this bit.
Friend, twin,
it's cool.
Twin, clouds under the stars. Twin, you and I, we drifted apart. Twin.
Super interesting ending. Again, just taking like a pretty normal ballad and doing something a little bit strange with it and putting us off once again. And that's this album in a nutshell. We just keep getting put off. Every time you think you know where it's going, you don't. And that's super interesting to me. I just think that of all the Blackpink solo records so far, this is the one where I really see her authenticity and her personality come through, but also some ambition to do something new and really set herself apart from the Blackpink sound. I believe the influences that she brings in. I believe that she loves hip hop and R&B. I believe that she loves this kind of sort of R&B lane that artists like Dominic Fike and Kali Uchis like sit in, something that's a little bit like softer, a little bit attached to like the alternative world. And I think she pulls this album off. It's weird for sure. There's so many weird moments across it, but like I'm intrigued to go back and listen again and kind of pick apart some of the sounds that were making my brain do weird things and feel weird ways. And that's the best way you can feel about the first listen of an album, that you're just scratching the surface of what you could potentially get from this. And that's why I don't know, I'm struggling to put into words, because this album has left my head kind of boggled. It's certainly not what I was expecting at all. I think like the tracks that we got at the start, like Mantra and Love Hangover and even Handlebars with Dua Lipa, have something a little bit more straightforward than what the rest of the tracks give us. But that's cool. I like that. I'm going to rank all the Blackpink solo records. It's probably going to be out by the time this drops. The Pop Pod is where you will hear it, and I'll drop the link for that below. If you enjoyed this reaction, please subscribe and comment below your favorite tracks or any albums that I should be reacting to next. Thank you for joining me, and thanks for sitting with me for Jennie's Ruby.